Welcome, foolish mortals.
Hello darlings, it's Brandy here from brcnails. Today I am doing a semi-review on the Burano glow-in-the-dark poly gel kit. Semi-review because I'm not going to be going through making nails or anything like that. I am going to be playing with some molds, and that includes the trials and tribulations of a nail YouTuber. You will laugh your ass off, okay? But first, let me put up my shout-outs. Okay, first I have Mr. Ed Dye and Sweet Tea Nails. We'll start with Mr. Ed Dye. He is funny. He is hilarious. He has his killer breakfast cereal and his Bat Zoe. There are a few other Halloween-like skits and some heavy, awesome music. So please go check him out. My sister Tia introduced me to him. He came up in the comments section, and he is fabulous. Okay, now Miss Sweet Tea Nails, she's fairly new, but she is very talented. So go check out her videos. She has a lot of step-by-step stuff, especially with polygel. So please go check out these two wonderful people. My Etsy store, BRC Nails Tips X Pieces, is going wonderfully. So thank you so much if you have purchased anything from me. If you haven't, please go check it out. I'm sure there's a little bit of something for everybody in there. But that link will always be in my description box as well. Okay, now, and about this video, Miss Classy Nail Designs, my girl Roseanne, she did a review on this, and these are all the colors, glowing and not glowing. The stones on there are glass neon stones, or I think hers are real crystal neon stones. I ain't got the dough for the crystal, so they're glass, but, you know, to each their own and all that. Because I'm going to be using a mold, I'm not going to be using all the colors, and it really didn't go the way that I wanted it to at all. So, hence the trials and tribulations story. But the kit is great. The only thing I thought that was a little weird is that they tell you to use base coat as a slip solution. I don't know how that would work on building a nail, but for this it worked fine, so I don't see why it wouldn't work for building a nail, and they do give you like a big bottle of it for that. But she used alcohol with hers, and it came out fine. So, you know, to each their own, whatever you would like to do. So let's get on to this opening. Okay, so the box is fairly large lengthwise, because there are two boxes of tips. There's a box of tips and a box of dual forms. Like, they're not in little baggies, they're actually in hard boxes. So this is upside down because I couldn't fit it the other way, the way that my camera works. So I just put that through real quick because I'm going to look at it closely in a minute. We have some regular paper forms, quote unquote, because, you know, they're plastic. These are full cover regular tips. They are coffin long, I would say. Yeah, or it may be extra long depending on your measuring. However you want to see it. And then the dual forms, they are the larger ones, so, you know, they can fit people with larger hands. Burano file, regular 100-180 grit. They give you this little thing to put the base coat in when you're using it, but I just used one of my little dishes from the dollar store because that's like really deep. I mean, I understand that it closes, so if you need to save it, like if you put too much in there, but the regular Burano brush looks exactly the same as always. Still just as firm, like no changes in that. And here is the base coat, the 3-in-1, and they include it as nail glue, like as an après dupe type thing, whether you use it for tips or, you know, because you can use it to attach French tips as well. And it just looked like the regular base coat, like not too thick, not too thin, and it didn't have any weird smells. None of them had any weird smells, so that was good. So here is the booklet. They give you 3 ways to use it with the dual forms. with the paper forms. And then, well, not paper, they're plastic, but I always say paper. And then with the nail tips, like as an après-dur. So, and they show in the little corner using the, that little white thing. But I could just see myself knocking it over and spilling it and shit, and no. Okay, so these are all in order. Color 1 is a white. And again, like I said, I'm not going to use all these colors, so I wanted to at least show them. Number 2, because I don't remember, y'all know I don't remember, is like a light pink. Number 3 is blue. I feel like it's a game show or something, like, pick that color. But I can't pick it because I don't know what the next color is going to be. And we have number 4 is green. Sorry, number 4 is green. Number 5, we got yellow. Yellow. And they all glow different colors, or at least they're supposed to. Well, we got number 7 is orange, and there's only one more, I think. Oh, no, number 6 is orange. Sorry, a bitch can't count today. Here is a brighter pink, because that other one was very, very pale. It was like white with a touch of pink kind of going on. And then we have purple. Purple. Alright, so let me show you what they show as the colors. So those are the colors. That's what they're supposed to glow. It's not the polygel fault. That's all I'm going to say. It's not the polygel's fault. Now, you see I have an array of a bunch of different types of molds, right? Usually I use them with gel polish, and knock on wood, I haven't had issues in a while. So, you know, I have one with wings on it. I have that lips one. I have the cameo one. There was like a bow one that I took out. That's the one that you're going to see me trying to do here. Now, I decided to use a dotting tool instead of a brush, which might have been a bad idea. But I thought it would help me get the polygel into the little holes as best they could. But it kind of just kept sticking. I should have either switched to a brush or put some of the base coat onto the dotting tool. Damn, that word was just not coming to me. And I'm checking on the other side to see if there's any air bubbles. It looks like there isn't, but I'm trying to clean up the back now because, you know, it's a little messy and I wanted it to be flat, right? So here's my mistake right here. You see me do that? Okay, so here comes the trial and tribulations, and I didn't have enough space to record this, so I had to just put in a blank space. But when I first started, I got all these molds, right? And you know when people start and they don't know shit about nails, they automatically go to acrylic because that's the only thing that they've ever seen is acrylic. You know, like, because you go to the nail salon, they all have acrylic for the most part. Now it's a little different with the Gel X and everything. I'm seeing a lot of that coming out. But, you know, where I lived, especially in the time that I had getting my nails done, you know, I'm old, so acrylic was all that there was. There was like a gel overlay, but they didn't promote it. They wanted you to get acrylic because it was easy, quick, in and out. And my nail salon actually was not bad. It was in a mall around here, and they were good. But anyways, off topic, right? So I get all the acrylic stuff, and I'm practicing laying it on top of nail tips just to get the shape of the nail and all that stuff, right? Having all sorts of problems because I'm watching people like Susie Career Nail Education and the Nail Nails chick, and, you know, they're so far from a beginner that sometimes it just doesn't compute, and you're not going to get what they're saying, and you can't get the skills that they're showing because it takes time. So anyways, I saw something on one of their channels, and I decided I was going to get these molds, right? So I get the molds and I get the acrylic and I'm doing it, right? And I got the video playing as I'm doing it. And, you know, the acrylic was a little bit much. The bead was a little bit much, right? So what I did was I took like a flat edge and I just scraped it across like I just did on that mold. And I said, okay, well, while that's setting, I'll do the rest of the mold, right? So I do that. All of them end up all lumpy and bumpy and shit, right? So I scrape the whole damn thing off, right? So I just take like, I don't know, I don't remember what I took. I think it was like a cuticle pusher, and I literally just scraped across the top of it a couple times. And as I'm waiting for it to dry, you know, I check it, and it's not popping out, right? That shit ended up into a brick, like a brick of acrylic and silicone. I could not get anything out. Like, I was ripping the fucking mold trying to get the pieces out. So of course I'm like, duh, I did something really, really wrong. So the mold, that one got thrown away. Well, I showed it to my dad and he laughed at me. And then I kept it there as a reminder for a little while, and then finally I just tossed it and I started using gel polish in them and they were fine. So that was my trials and tribulations. I know you guys must have been making those like anxious faces and all that. I did not film the beginning part of this beautiful cameo shaped polygel, but I am going to do a few more. I took the bottle and basically just smushed it right in. Now, I do really well with these kind of molds because they're so floppy, the thing pops out no matter what. So I try to buy these now. But there aren't very many selections or styles that will work like that. So I am using, I mean, not work like that, but you know, there's not an array of styles, so it's kind of hard to, you know, I can't buy a whole bunch of different styles. They only have a few. But I smushed it right into there. I'm using the base coat on there to sort of smooth out the back. And I didn't worry about it too much. I let it self-level a little bit while I was doing this other one. And I did the same thing. I just smushed it right in there so that there would be no air bubbles or anything like it. And now I'm taking a base coat and just kind of smoothing out the edges, because even if it goes over in this type of mold, it'll pop out and the sides will break off. Or if there's, you know, you get like a heavier spot, you could use like small scissors and cut whichever extra, you know, little pieces that might be on there that make it look weird. So this one that I'm using here is a flower one. So there's 2 flowers and 2 cameos. I do find though that it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if it's because like the definition of the picture itself. I don't know. I mean, the purple one was really good, so I don't know if it's just me when it comes to the small ones. But I felt like the definition just wasn't really there. And see what I'm saying about breaking off those little side pieces? So those come off nice and easy. I mean, the whole piece is hard. Like, you're not going to be, if you try to bend it, it'll crack. So, like, you know, you got to be a little careful with that because it's cured polygel. You know, so it's not going to be all flippity floppity or anything. But you can see right here, I'm using my fingers to clean up the edges because, of course, this is my first try doing this, so I don't, you know, trial and error, right? That's how things work. And originally, I was going to try a whole bunch of those different molds because I haven't used them in a long while. But after that incident with the bow, as soon as I sliced across it like that, I was like, this is not going to work. I am doing the same thing that I did, you know, back when I was first starting. And no good can come of that at all. Okay, so this is how they glow. The purple glows blue, yellow, green, and orange. So there's no definition in the picture when it glows. You can't see anything. You just see the shape of it. So, for future reference, if you are going to do glow pieces in a mold, I would do, you know, something like a bow or a heart or a star, like the cameos and these flowers. You just get that random shape. I mean, the little flower showed pretty well, but the other ones just kind of look like big lumps. The glow takes the effect out of it. So next I'm going to try glowing gel polish in those kind of molds, like I just said, the easily to see shapes. So the polygel worked perfectly. The kit is nice. I was a little leery about the whole using the base coat as a slip solution, but I can see how it can work, specifically with Burano's base coat. I don't know if the 3-in-1 is a little thinner than their original base coat. I think it might be, but I'm not positive, so I don't want to say that on here. But yeah, this was not sponsored. This is, you know, just me doing it, playing with the polygel. So, you know, I don't gotta say nothing special. I didn't have to do every single color, that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed the trials and tribulations. Please do not forget to check out people I mentioned in the beginning. I love Mr. Ed Dye. He's so funny. Anyways, and the girl from Sweet Tea Nails, she's very, very talented and knows a lot. So please go check them out. If you have not checked out my Etsy store, please go look. At least just go look, see what I got. Maybe like a few things, I don't know. But yeah, please go check it out. I would really love that. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, you know, all the YouTube-y stuff. And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day. And thanks again. Mwah.